What is up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we got to talk about GameStop. And GameStop reported its earnings today, and they beat on their earnings. However, they didn't report any guidance. And when that kind of stuff happens, Wall Street's going to take advantage and just shove the stock down into the dirt. But hey, I'm perfectly fine with that because you know why? It's a great dip buying opportunity for GameStop, in my personal opinion, guys. But we'll cover the charts. We'll also talk about the new CEO and CFO of GameStop. We'll cover the earnings report, and we'll also talk about the short interest through GameStop too. But if you guys can, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you ring that bell for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video out to more and more GME apes and continue growing Ape Nation. Now let's dive into the charts here and take a look at this. So GameStop did have a nice level of support here during the whole entire trading day, around $306 to $305. We bounced off of it several times during the day, which is definitely nice to see. And it's really nice to see GameStop above $300. The next point that I'm really aiming for is 345, which is what we saw back in March before they sent us all the way down to 170. We did hit an intraday high of 328, and then we really sold off into the close. And we had a nice rally here in after hours until the earnings report happened, when GameStop didn't report guidance, but they still beat on loss and expected EPS. I mean, what better report could you get out of GameStop? And the fact that they didn't report guidance, big deal. But Wall Street's like, no, send it down in the ground. And we hit $261.61. And it was a dip buying opportunity for the apes, in my personal opinion, because we closed after hours at $286.50. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's zoom out here to the past 5 days and take a look here. In the past 5 days, we have run from $250 to up to $300. We hit 344, was absolutely beautiful. I was so stoked about that. I wanted to see us hit 345 so we could just say that we got higher than what we did back in March, but we'll get there eventually, guys. But the whole thing, the highlight here is GameStop is continuing to move. We know that they're coming out with an NFT team, and just imagine what GameStop could do if they got in the esports, NFTs, and we're an e-commerce business. The potential is unlimited for this stock, in my personal opinion, and I'm excited to see where they take it. Now, if we zoom out here to the 1 month, 1 hour chart, you can see the slow continual growth that we've had. In the past month, guys, we've gone from $136 to $344. Beautiful, just beautiful growth over the past month. Now, we've had our rips, we've had our consolidation periods, and we've had our pullbacks. But that's perfectly normal in the stock. Now, hey, if we fall down to 286 and we consolidate here, we're just setting for a next rip to the upside, in my personal opinion, and I can't wait to see this happen. We know that AMC had their annual shareholder report, and I honestly still stand firm in my personal opinion that once one of these stocks starts to squeeze, all the rest of them are going to start squeezing along with them. So that's just me. But if we zoom out here year to date and take a look at it, you can see the growth that we've really had here in the past month, and it is beautiful. We're getting to levels that we haven't seen since March, guys, and that is amazing. And we're doing it in a more controlled manner and on less volume, which is just mind-blowing to me. We only traded 13.43 million shares today, guys. Come on, like, we could definitely trade more. Like, when we had the squeeze, 91 million shares. The fact that we're sitting here at $300 and we're trading 13 million shares versus 91 million just shows, when volume steps in, where this stock can go. Now, let's go ahead and cover the article about the new CEO and CFO. So Amazon execs Matt Furlong and Mike Recupero as its new CEO and CFO. So we know that Amazon has a very good history of e-commerce, and the fact that Ryan Cohen is hiring former Amazon execs shows that they're taking this company in a very e-commerce direction, and it's going to be incredibly easy. And what better people to pull into a company transition from brick and mortar to e-commerce than the people who are working for Amazon. Amazon is one of the biggest e-commerce businesses on this earth, guys. And what better people to pull in than that? And it's awesome. This also means that the old CEO will be stepping down soon. He did say that if there was not one announced, that he would step down at the end of July. So hopefully he steps down sooner so we can welcome on the new CEO and really get this transition going quicker. The next thing that we need to talk about is the earnings report here. So the earnings report, definitely good. Net sales grew 25% to 1.3 billion. That's the highlight of the earnings report. That is awesome. 25% growth year over year from what they were previously. Definitely amazing for GameStop. We can dive in here and take a look at the net loss, 66.8 million or 1.01 dollars per diluted share as compared to a net loss of 165.7 million or $2.57. This is huge, guys. The adjusted net loss was 29.4 million to 157.6 million. So they beat on net loss. They also beat on operating loss too, which was amazing. And like they beat on revenue too. Like this is a great earnings report. And the only thing, if we zoom down here, is the fact that there's just no guidance. GameStop is continuing to suspend guidance at this time. However, it believes the total net sales is the most appropriate metric to evaluate the performance at this time. And that's the reason why Wall Street said, down you go. I mean, look at Apple. Like Apple had a quadruple beat and it went up 3% in the after hours. And then the next day it just sold off. Like that's the kind of market that we're in. The shorts are just literally trying to bury everything in sight. Now, the next thing that we need to talk about is the short interest change. The short interest change actually went up 0.03% or 0.03% today. Our current short interest still stands at 11.09 million shares. Current short interest or free float is sitting around 18.36. Our free float on loan is 21.80. So when you put those two numbers together, you're getting approximately 40% of the overall float for GameStop is in some sort of short position, either established short positions or shorts on loan. That's crazy to think about, guys. It's a huge short position within the company. And I actually want to change my Ortex over here, grab the advanced metrics, and take a look at the on-loan average in days. So what this says is how old are the on-loan average days? Like how old are these loans? As of Tuesday, it was 47.55 days, so roughly about a month and a half ago. So we're going back to about middle of April. Well, where was GameStop trading middle of April? Around 143, 174-ish dollars kind of thing. Now we're sitting around 300. The shorts are definitely getting underneath water. And then we don't even need to talk about the margin debt that is going on in the economy. The shorts are definitely underwater when this stock is up at $300, guys. It's just a matter of time and we just got to wait. And speaking about a matter of time, let's talk about the SEC. Meme stocks stumble after GameStop disclosed SEC probe into the frenzy. Well, what does this mean? Well, it looks like Gary Gensler might be doing more than just watching meme stocks. Finally, on May 26, 2021, we received a request from the staff of the SEC for voluntary production of documents and information concerning the SEC investigation into trading activity in our securities and other security and the securities of other companies, GameStop disclosed in its 10Q quarterly earnings filing. Well, what would Gary Gensler be looking at? The SEC says that they're going to be backing the retail investor. What is he looking at? I don't know, but it's definitely nice to see the SEC stepping in and seeing what's going on with this, because when we have moves like this in after hours, I'm going to pull up a customized chart here. AMC is here on the left, GME is here on the right, and when you see stocks close and then have coordinated fall downs, now keep in mind they're not exact because they're at different dollar ranges, different volumes, and all that kind of stuff. But the fact that you see them follow very similar chart patterns really makes me scratch my head and go, what is exactly going on here? And we know that there's a lot of malpractice and manipulation going on within the stock market. Yes, I said it. I mean, it is definitely very evident in my personal opinion, but that's just me, guys. But that's really what I got for you guys today. GameStop, I still remain bullish on it. I still remain bullish on AMC as well, but I'm even more convicted in GameStop and AMC because these are the two that I'm diamond handing and going to the moon, guys. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.